Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win. Check 24, check 24.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
From the gun, Rivers. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Rerun. Watch twist. Watch twist. Jab. Slam, slam, slam. No, no, no.
On first down, it's Taylor. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Rivers to throw it. Looking for Campbell downfield. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Watch twist. Watch the
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Running right, this is Ingram. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
They go play action. Rivers. Open man is Trey Burton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll run on first down. Hines. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6-7.
And this is caught, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Double time, double time. 3 down, 3 down. I got 15. I got 15.
Throwing is Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Now a give, right side. It's Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, it's Hines. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and a yard. Rivers, that's complete right around the 8. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 15-0 our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? Black 15. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Wait, 89!
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
You got nothing.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Ready? Since the outlaw, I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
51. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 38, Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Well, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd and 9, Jackson flush to his right and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. now Jackson will look to throw it. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of this. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's good. It makes it 22-7 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Hines. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, hold on. 54. You don't want nothing. Give it. Pick up the ball.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Point after try forthcoming. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score Colts 36, Ravens 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
It's a gain of 20.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Justin Houston make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just
confused.
off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they knock that deficit down from 29 to 26. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
At the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Hey there. Round 80. 57. Mike 57. Pick me up. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down, it's Hines, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They run again with Hines. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Frank Reich, he didn't even seem hesitant about this. He wants to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Hines. Spinning away and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
White. Hey, Delta. He's checking.
On play action, Rivers. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now again, right side. It's Taylor, and he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Justin Houston in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now it's Jackson going up top. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right on the 30. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Set, 180. Mike 57. Double dog, that's the way.
On first down, Hines. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Ready. Round 80. Army. Let's make the sun.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And the catch made by Hilton. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, spinning away. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Justin Houston has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Justin Houston in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Here's Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
That white 90. That white 80. Who that? Behind!
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Space to run past the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Indianapolis, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.